trying to give it a kiss of death. 2017, trying to make this out the best. Now you motherfuckers couldn't catch up if I stop to rest. Listen love, know you need it all suit it up, drowning in the wake of something you think you helped create.
What is the price of being a frustration? I lived there, enough of the time and the vision. I keep myself so many times, the best don't know where I am, but I'm trying to live it. I ain't made to the basic grace. Living in my life, just out of my face. Show me a better one, it's a time and a place. Moving on the number with a knife to his side. They saw with a whole lot of work, but it really got it with me. The minimal left for the scene and the generate a hate. Now that's shit with the most like a daily pre-game. They're trending and they're running the same. As long as just keeping the name and the phrase in the game. Don't dedicate and donate the same. As long as you're the same. What the fuck? Let it run live. One by one, you're good of them.
I don't got a friend and don't wanna make a name. Mama made it with the great beast and keep up with me. Took away the peace, learn about calamity.
Ain't misunderstood, this ain't understood at all. They all wanna see you fall with a KO. 2021, never signed no DO. So label on PO.
You ain't never gonna be a rock superstar just cause you pose and all of your posts with your guitar. While you're trying to revive dead Shonda Ross, breaking a million unwritten laws, and now it's time to pay the cost.
Can't
Maybe life ain't worth it.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Evil Dojo. I am your host, the ghost with the most gnosis. Diagnosis halitosis. Apropos, I come with those ghost hits. But if you really knew me, then you already knew this. Alright, we're gonna play Name That Game. If you haven't played the game or the soundtrack that I'm currently playing, then you have missed out big time. This soundtrack was the very first thing that I ever purchased off of the internet. And further, it was the first thing that I ever purchased off of eBay. That's telling you something. Suppose I should have the chat up. What's up, viewer? What's up, viewers? Name that game. What am I listening to right now? If you haven't played this game, I don't expect you to know the soundtrack. I suppose there are people out there who listen to soundtracks without having played the game, but there is something embedded or intertwined with the music. A feeling that you get or had as a child playing a game like this. The intensity. And in many other cases, many other emotions. if you can consider intensity a emotion. Anyway, how's my voice quality? I fucked around with the mic settings. I added another filter, a noise gate. So hopefully you don't hear me breathing, because I breathe kind of heavy. Let's start off with some refactoring, just some cleanup, and then we'll get into building new features. This is as clean as I can expect the main to ever get, honestly. This is the best top-down view of a game in general. Like, what is a game? A game is a game object. That seems like, duh. No shit. There's probably some tweaks we could make the game. It's not that much code. It's only 270 lines. I gotta get a Q-tip, hold on. Okay, there we go. Before we continue, just for the future recording, and for anyone else who happens to be watching right now, I appreciate your time, and it would mean the world to me if you liked, subscribed, and shared the stream with your friends and any other people who are interested in game development, programming, computer science, C++, Python, Java. I've been programming for a very long time, and I'm continuously getting better. And I'd like to actually put something real out into the world. The problem with Skull, excuse me. The problem with Skull was, while I decided to take it as far as I could, I ultimately really had no plan for what the final product was going to look like, and everything was kind of emerging out of let's see if this works, let's see if this works type situation. Whereas with this game, I've actually put far more thought into this and have gotten much further in its development process than I have with Skull. But over time, I have dabbled and played around with so many different frameworks at this level that I've pretty much settled on this one. And I feel pretty strong about making games this way in the future too. But before we can get to that point, we have to have a full game first, right? Or at least as close to a full game as we can get. Can anyone ever say that a game like NetHack or Dwarf Fortress is truly full or complete? Can anyone say that, I mean, by virtue of the fact that gaming communities have modders, like let's take Doom, for instance. There's so much additional content past the main game. But what do you actually consider Doom to be at a certain point. It is so much more than just the core game. You know, because the original release of Doom was Doom 1.0. And the ultimate Doom release was version 6.66. And then there's Doom 2. You know, like that alone was kind of like its own expansion pack. They added the double barrel shotgun. They added additional monsters. So what I hope to have through this process is a strong basis for a game that we can continuously work on and expand for as long as we need to or want to. We want to get it to a state where we can just very quickly add new things in. And we're starting to stabilize some things. There's still a lot of work to be done though. So let's take a look at game, do some refactor. I'm going to turn off preview. Okay. So we're immediately diving into the gameplay scene, but we could, you know, easily start on the title scene. Things in game only really end up getting called like once. Well, okay, no. These things get called frequently. So, handle input, update, draw, and cleanup. This could be inlined. Where's draw at? Oh damn, draw's a bigger function. Fuck. Google's C++ style guidelines suggest that you should only inline if the function is like 10 lines or less. So let's count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. Excuse me. Let's do these in line. Oops. We may or may not inline draw. I'm not sure it's small enough, but it could be easily inlined, I think. Handle camera input, handle player input. So handle input calls the scene's handle input. Handle player input, handle. We actually don't have those, so we could actually get rid of that. Fuck it. Let's go ahead and inline it. Man, this fucking soundtrack is so good. Like, getting into a zone super hard. I mean, I haven't even begun to get into the zone. Damn it, I didn't mean to close. It's a bad habit. So we're gonna use our new special term ZSH shit that I did a video on the other day. It's not really mine, but it's something I discovered, and it's pretty cool. It's kind of useful. Now I can have a terminal open inside of NeoVim. So it's like, whoa. Sorry to hear that raylib's breaking your computer. What I did was I built it using the GitHub repository, and then I, it's like you configure or fucking CMake or whatever, and then you install it. I didn't think it's bad design. It installs just like any other system library. But I'm using Linux. If you're using Windows or Mac, it might be a different story. What OS are you using, Dope? I don't know, actually. So I'm using Ubuntu, and I didn't have any real problems installing it and getting it up and running. It was actually a really smooth process, just as smooth as working with libsdl. Now, when it comes to the 3D stuff, depending on your existing system stuff, it may or may be a different story, but I also didn't have any problem getting the 3D stuff up and running. I wouldn't call it bad design. They have a very strong community, and it's actively... There are some weird design decisions. I'm not saying, ew, you're using Cygwin. That's gross, dude. Come on. It's 2024. Get with the fucking program. I don't mean to be rude, but you need to upgrade to like WSL? Windows it's WSL, right? That's what they use, WSL2. Why are you using Cygwin? I've tried Cygwin a long time ago and felt like that shit was pretty gross. All right. Scene. Pretty hard to improve this one. Scene is a parent class for the title scene, the gameplay scene, the game over scene. I'm not sure. Somehow your chat came in with asterisks. I'm not sure. Oops. I'm not sure what you're asking me to check out. It's weird that it would censor. Let's see. In some cases, I may want to actually make it clear when we're returning a reference or not in the actual function name. So I might just kind of move those right there for a moment. By a moment, I mean some amount of time. Dope. So one of the important things that you need to do at the very onset, because when you first get it up and running, dude, it's not bad design. Think about it. I mean, it doesn't, first of all, it doesn't cause my computer to overheat, so it sounds like something else is going on there. But one of the first things that you need to do when you're doing stuff is cap the FPS. There it is. Right here. You want to set your target FPS to 60. So you are the one who has to cap the frame rate. And this is also true in libsdl as well. It's up to the programmer to set their well, which demo, because there's a lot of demos. Oops. He's got like a ton of demos. So like, that's pretty cool. I mean, I've tried a lot of the demos already, and they all work. I'm not a fan of his particular style of source formatting, but that's really kind of a negligible point in the whole process. Like, the fact that I'm able to get over that, or something like that, and continue working with it, or finding my own joy in working with it. I'm sorry that you haven't had a good experience with it, though. Not everything's going to be for everyone. Oh. Oops. Actually, I mean, the title scene really doesn't matter. It's really gameplay scene. We've got a couple new objects, like dungeon event. At the moment, the only event that we really have is like move success and move fail. So it's kind of like every time we add a new event type, we're gonna have to come here, add it, and then handle it. Because the whole point of this was to make a more extensible message logging system, right? Oh yeah. So eventually something like this might move into another location. I'm not sure that I want to necessarily pass references around everywhere. But greetings, viewers. Check out what we're cooking. Still very early in the process, but things are moving and working. We still have a lot of work to do, but that's why we're here. I'm going through right now and making sure that what I do have is relatively clean. And then we're going to start building new features. I think today we're going to start putting in other monsters. Maybe do a little random dungeon generation. There's certain stubs like that I need to get like kind of rolling. But a lot of the infrastructure is starting to come together. So cheer me on while we do this thing. Enjoy the vibes, enjoy the music, chat, talk about code, talk about computer programming, ask questions about the game, ask ideas, throw suggestions out. We're doing it in pure code for a reason, though. We're doing it in not a traditional game engine environment. It's part of my aesthetic. Let me make sure that the volume and the audio is still good. Yeah. Every so often, this mic will like shit a brick and decide to mute itself. So I want to make sure I avoid that. Every so often I'll have to take a break to take my dog out. She is blissfully asleep at the moment. And she's such a source of joy. I want to take the best care of her that I can. Get sprites. Yeah. See, it's stuff like this, right? So get sprites actually returns a whole ass reference to the map. I want to call this get sprites R. So anything that ends in _R is returning a reference. So now any places that I call that function, we need to use _R now. Yes, I'm aware I could just use a global find and replace, but I also want to just step through individually and make sure that each placement makes sense, because you can definitely create boo-boos by mass replacing too quickly. I don't know if there's any other places that I'm calling it at the moment, so let's make a fresh build. Damn, the cookie that I had, it was like kind of a piece of a giant cookie. Yeah, see, in game over scene, oops. On line 86. Oh, that's funny. I had a instance of Vim inside open. Inside of Vim, that's getting crazy. Okay. Everything still works as intended. Alright. That makes a little more sense. I would want to do this with other functions too. Alright, so there's nowhere where I'm returning a reference in gameplay scene itself. I don't know that I need to actually do this. But it would make things just slightly more clear. Oops. See what we broke, okay. Scene 219. No, fuck this. Welcome everyone. Please follow, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, this all still works. So what's the next thing that we're doing? We don't necessarily want to attach names to sprites, do we? I began working on an entity object the other day, though. Oh shit. Well, thank you so much. Hi, Marcis. Sup, King? So we are using Copilot to help speed things up every so often. So the reason that we started doing an entity is because we want to start attaching attributes to entities, but currently there's only a relationship to a sprite. We don't want to put these things on the sprite itself, like HP, strength, and all that stuff. We want to put those in a separate location. So let's start by just naming our hero, right? All right, thank you, man. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe, is like background with me, get your own projects rolling, ask questions, cheer me on. I want to find a way to be able to get people to play this game while it's in development. What I might do is put the assets up on my website separate from the GitHub so that you can pull the code down from GitHub, pull down the assets from my site, and then immediately get rolling. I think that might be the best plan of action, right? Super basic, super basic. Anyone who's taken CS 101 can do this much. So by year 2, you should be able to update a make file. Okay. Everything still builds, everything still works. I need to put the debug panel in the bottom left though. Oh, wait. It's still gonna be 10. I need to be higher up. It's actually technically because of the status, because of my OS bar there, possibly. No. By the way, I had a professor at a university who is the creator of. No, I've directly interacted with raylib HiMars's Rayson. I think his name on X is Rayson5. I'm in his Discord. He's personally commented on my videos. It's really cool to see someone build something like that and also be the creator of a community around it. It's been really cool. I can't say anything hyper negative about the raylib project, honestly. It's been great. There we go. I wonder why I had to mod it so high. Oh, wait. Yeah, it was still just a little bit off. So it's like rendering there because of the OS. There we go. All right. We're gonna do something fun now. Checking on my dog behind me. She's still asleep. Such a good girl. She sleeps a lot. She's very old. Normally, she would be hanging out with Grandma, but Grandma passed away a few weeks ago. Been pretty hard on us. So shout outs to Grandma, because I wouldn't be in computers if not for her. I love her with all of my heart. I know she's resting now. But the first computer that she got me was a Tandy 1000 that I taught myself QBasic on. And at some point I want to do a QBasic interpreter, honestly. I think it would be a fun project to build something like that and then to make a game that way. I don't know. We'll get there. So what are we doing now? Oh yeah, shout outs to Grandma. Thank you, Dope. I always kept her up to date. Like, even if she didn't understand what I was saying, I still would like talk to her about my projects and games and code and stuff like that. Like, she was always willing to listen, and I love that about her. She used to watch me play like Metal Gear Solid, and always would comment on how much like a movie it was. It's like one of the best action movies that she ever watched. Next to like Hunt for Red October, which is also a fucking based movie. Alright, we're gonna... I want to do some dungeon generation stuff, honestly. I think that would be kind of fun right now. I know I was about to attach names. Does it have to be a whole object? I know this is a vector of events. Now I'm starting to think, should we use event ID? Or like do we need event IDs for every event? I don't know. I have to think about that one. Because... we're creating a map of entity ID to entities. Question is, should this be a shared pointer? So whenever we create a new entity, and actually, because spawn entity is higher up in the chain of things, hold on a second. Sorry for the long delay, everyone. I had to deal with some very important business relating to my grandmother's passing. In short, I'm gonna have a little bit of money coming up here in like the next month or so, and I'll be able to focus on the game a lot more as a result. So shout outs to Grandma again. Gracie just woke up also, so I think it's gonna be time for us to take a pee-pee break. Oops. Again, apologies for the long delay, but we're gonna be back to it here soon. Okay, we're back. Let's see. All right, I got my baby in my lap with me. I think we talked about, let's see. I think I talked about doing, some stuff involving enemies or working on the procedural dungeon generation or what's something else that we could work on? Oh, I was also thinking outside, we need upstairs tiles and downstairs tiles, right? Oh. Let's see. All right, that's upstairs. And I guess this is downstairs. Oh, right. Uh-oh. They're set to the wrong, or their drawing isn't currently handled. This might even be too long for inline, but we call it often enough. You could probably reduce the line count. Helping the baby adjust. Oh. There we go. Now the problem here is we currently can't move onto those tiles. So now we can move on top of them. I forget what the downstairs looks like on the old school NES. What does inline mean? So when you compile your program, the assembly language generally arranges things in a way where functions are grouped into different locations, so that whenever you call a function, you have to jump to a different location in order to actually run that code. What inlining does is it actually attempts to copy the code itself into the calling location rather than compile it in a way where you actually jump around between different spots. This can potentially result in speed ups, but it can also, if used incorrectly, result to greatly bloated code size. So I hope that answers. Let's see. Where am I going here? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I wanted to take a look at the NES upstairs, downstairs tiles. I can't find it easily. Alright, well, either way. Upstairs, downstairs. Shading will come much later. I was really happy with the result of the select code that I wrote. Check this out. So it even works at different zoom levels, although it just totally messed up the drawing location for when I zoomed out. That's not good. But like it's continuously updating where the last tile click location is, which is kind of weird. That's like buggy. Not to mention now when so clicking works again, but my dog needs some Wawa. Alright, we'll try her again in a little bit. So there is a bug that I need to fix. The last tile click is changing locations. What do you mean the bigger stair? For the downward stairs? Oh, okay, I think I see what you mean. For the downward, you're saying do it like this? Or like this? Oh my god, Gus is driving me insane. Alright, you gotta be quiet, dude. I'm in the middle of working. Hi, Zebus. What's up? Oh, mirrored vertically. So, like that. i3WM. I have, actually. I tried that and DWM. I'm more of a fan of Awesome WM, to be honest. No, the upstairs one. I like the upstairs one, honestly. I'm not going to change that. I like XFCE4 more than the aforementioned, simply because it requires less setup and configuration for me to be rather productive. If I go back to anything, I'd probably go back to Awesome, or I might integrate Awesome into XFCE because I'm able to do that. But I have great respect for i3WM and DWM, so don't think I'm a hater or anything like that. I actually really enjoy those, and I like what they're doing. It's just a big pain to set up, and I haven't had a lot of time for that kind of stuff lately, but it's something I might come back to in the future. Tell me what it is about i3 that you like the most, and why you would want to switch over to it for anyone who doesn't know. A lot of people in the chat or watching this video may not be aware of what window managers even are. I don't know how much of my audience is Linux only or Linux compatible. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I started off my Linux journey in GNOME, and I dabbled with KDE a little bit. But for, I forget when I discovered XFCE. It was definitely after college. One thing Zebus likes in i3 is the ability to have more control of programs. Use 2 monitors, besides to open one thing in the wrong monitor. One workspace per monitor. You know, honestly, I haven't really used the workspaces all that much. Like 95% of my computer adult life, I've done most of my work on one workspace. I use them a lot in Awesome. But there's no reason I couldn't use them here. But yeah, no, I totally understand. I've done pen testing work as well. I'm actually, I don't know if you're aware, but I am on BugCrowd, and I am a top 1% hacker on the platform. I've reported 51 vulnerabilities with 100% accuracy. I have submitted 2 P1s, which isn't that much, but I'm not totally a noob. And some of the sites that I've hacked include Comcast, Xfinity Home, and Indeed. So I'm aware of what it means for you to have a lot of stuff open. Like, a lot of what I do in that department, I try to do in the terminal. Obviously, I don't have a lot open right now. I'm not even using tmux for the session, but when you're really pumping and you've got a lot of stuff cooking, I could totally see how having something more custom like Awesome or i3 really comes into play. I think a lot could be achieved in XFCE as well. I think any window manager can potentially be a beast of an application. My grandma's baby needs some love right now. Oh, dude, you're gonna take the OSCP? Good luck. If there were any certification exam that I would study for and actually want to get, it's that one. Like fuck a CISP, you know, fuck a ethical hacking certificate. It's all about that OSCP. Now, that said, I have read some blog posts that have not painted them in a favorable light. PNPT, I'm not familiar with that one, but I think you and I are both aware that there's a lot of scamming that goes on in the certificate world. And a lot of the knowledge that certificates test for can be obtained for free. There's really not a lot stopping people, but actually obtaining the certificates usually requires money that most people don't have. And a lot of people in the industry get their organizations to pay for the certificates. No Name Marcus, what up? Shoutouts to all the viewers, man. We are pumping today. I just discovered a bug that I need to dig into a little bit before I try anything else. Keith Adams. Never heard of him, but I'm sure he's more popular than me. So let's dig into this bug before I do anything else. To explain what the bug is, we have the ability to click in different locations. Now, if I zoom in, you zoom in far enough, it's flipping. It's actually flipping because the last tile click is a vector on the game play scene object. Thanks, Zebus. Appreciate it, man. Have fun. So I'm demonstrating the bug right here, right? At a certain level, the last tile click is updating to an incorrect location. Why is this? Let's find out. Last mouse click. Oh. It's gotta be this. This needs to occur after this. And that's also why we need this. Shit. No, I'm using NeoVim for my quote IDE. Calling it IDE is generous though. I don't really consider it an IDE so much as a advanced text editor or source editor. IDE has a certain implication to it. I try to avoid IDEs where possible. Last tile click position. Oh, it's updating because of this. If the zoom level changes, yeah, it's still gonna change that position. Not everything is in line, just a handful of functions. This function is rather small. We can make this even more inline by get sprite player ID get dest dot x. So the less lines you have for an inline function, the better. So it's going to make a best effort attempt at, rather than having this actually compiled into its own function, copying the code over into the source pre-compilation, and then you end up with something that's very compact and fast. So if the zoom level hasn't changed, so we'd have to continuously be checking to see if the zoom level's changed. If we check to see if the zoom level's changed at a certain point, like for instance, last tile click zoom level, so we set it off as so now we have two values, previous tile click zoom level and tile click zoom level. So if the zoom level changes, So this would copy over the tile click zoom level and the previous tile click zoom level. Why do we need these? Oh, we're gonna have to recompile everything. When we zoom in and out, do we increment the zoom, store the previous zoom level, but if the player takes an action that's not zooming in or out, after doing that, uh-oh. It's not working there. That's not it. We need some flag. Might have to take a break. Brain's starting to fry. I got my dog in my seat with me. She seems chilly, but I know she'd get you more comfortable. She likes sitting next to people, though. Let's think. So we click a location on the screen at a particular zoom level, we get last tile click location, and that way, if the tile's selected, then while we're drawing tiles, if we're at that XY, we draw green lines around it. But we only want to update this if previous tile click zoom location. Come here. Oh. Oh, that may have done it. But now it won't update because we zoomed in and out. And when we do any other action, no, it's not that bad. I've had way worse. This isn't even making the game crash, this is just like a detail. Whenever the player takes any action after this, we want to make sure that the previous tile click zoom level and the current tile click zoom level are the same. So handle player input. Okay. Grandma's baby is wanting some attention. Alright, let's make sure that worked. Oh, that's good. That's... Uh-oh. That was funny. Wait. Changing the camera back. Reset it again. Alright, click 1, 2. And then it resets to 0, 1. Oh, we're cranking this one up. Yeah, we're gonna take a break, y'all. I'll be back.